Live, online, on air, and on ground. Kabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Kabayan Radio 94.3. You are listening to Kabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Kabayan Radio 94.3. Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online. Dito lang sa Kabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
A wonderful evening, mga kabayan. You are tuned in to the first and the only Filipino radio station here in Qatar, Kabayan Radio 94.3. My name is Kenzo, and tonight is another episode of Usapang Kabayan, and this is a very special episode for tonight. Bakit ko sinabing special? Because we are going to have the cast and crew members, some of them, dito sa ating studio ng pelikula na The Eventologist. Some of you may already be aware, back in 2021, in June particularly, nakasama natin ang director and writer of that particular film na si Direk Oscar Yema together with Mr. Vinny Saturno, kung saan nilaunch natin ang soundtrack, official song of their movie na Hamon ng Mundo. And then later on, after a few months, in August of 2021, ay nakasama din natin yung bida sa kanilang pelikula na si Mr. JC Castro, because he also launched his own version of Hamon ng Mundo na soundtrack. And then, last year, we had the star himself, Mr. JC Castro, here at Kabayan Radio. JC Santos, sorry, for the filming of the movie here in Qatar. And of course, JC Santos has been really wonderful actor, and he has done a really great job. Nalito na tuloy ako sa pangalan. I was trying to remember all the dates that we have them here at Kabayan Radio, and tonight I'm just so excited to see again some of the faces of the movie na The Eventologist. Of course, joining us here tonight is the lead actress of the film, no other than Miss Vanessa Casador, who is also the executive producer. And also one of the actors of the film na si James Benedicto.
Hello, good evening po.
Ayan. So, ayan, tama naman yung mga names ko ngayon, ano? Pakidali. I do apologize. Sobrang bait pa naman ni JC Santos sa atin when he joined us over here at Kabayan Radio. So now, I would just like to check with you, ano? So, it has been 2 years na, diba?
Yes.
Since this
Almost 2
movie
years.
had started. I would just like to ask, how were you, how did you become part of this film? Siguro kay Vanessa muna.
Well, actually, to be honest, hindi ko talaga pangarap na maging part ng ng movie or whatsoever. Meron lang talaga nag-screenshot na isa sa mga followers ko lang po sa Facebook na hindi pa Pinoy, na mag-audition daw ako. And then, siguro, ayun, then after ng audition, pinalag naman na maging na mapili na maging lead actor. Siguro binigay talaga ni Lord tong to. Basta may inopen talaga siya sa'yo eh. Talagang kahit sa ayaw mo sa gusto, talagang i-bless ka niya talaga. At nagiging smooth lahat eh.
But did you have to audition for this particular role?
Yes, I did. Actually, sabi nga nila, more than 200 daw po yung nag-audition.
Okay.
So hindi ko rin ine-expect na makakasama ako.
So ano ginawa mo dun sa audition?
Well, actually, meron doon na yung script na which is sinabi ko rin sa eulogy Yun yung pinaka-script namin sa audition.
Eulogy
Sa,
meaning...
sa part ng sa
in
movie.
In the
Sa
movie. Okay.
So yun yung pinaka-script namin. So,
Okay.
more than 200 kami nag-submit ng video na yun kasi that's one of the requirements.
Okay.
So ayun, pinalad naman na nagkaroon kami ng na shortlist muna 3 and then naging 2.
Okay.
And then ayun.
How about James?
Sa akin naman, dati kasi parang trip lang namin na gumawa ng ng short film ganun. Elevator yung title ng film namin. Tapos yung isang brother ko sa bigla na lang nag-message sa akin na meron daw audition, Eventologist. So
Okay.
actually wala akong alam na merong ganun dito sa Qatar. Tapos biglang sinad niya sa akin sa messenger, sabi niya, bro, try mo ngang mag-audition dito. Tapos ako naman, syempre parang ibang level to parang ibang dating, parang alam mo yung okay na ako dun sa mga kami-kami lang, tapos biglang may audition nga. Pinag-isipan ko rin talaga kung pupunta ako, nandun pa rin yung kaba, nahihiya ka. But then, sabi ko, wala namang mawawala kung itatry ko. And then, I pray. And yun, nag-audition kami, binigyan kami ng script that day. Tapos, yun, thank God, nakuha rin ako. So, yun.
Well, of course, apart from the auditions, you have had so many preparations before the shooting date. So what were the preparations that you did for this particular movie?
Isa sa mga preparations na ginawa namin actually short film. Yun yung parang pinaka-acting workshop namin. So, ilan ang sumali nun sa short film? I think we had 4 short films. And praise God, pinalad naman yung film namin na maging best film. At saka at the same time kasi, yung short film na yun, dun namin na-assess yung sarili namin kung ano yung mga kailangan namin improve. So, nakatulong din po yun para sa movie.
Okay, so did you have like acting coaches, mga ganyan? Or di kaya, syempre, like for example, for yourself, di ba? You were partnered with JC Santos na talaga namang at an early age, ginagawa niya ng career ang pag-arte. He studied back in the University of the Philippines. He went to New York to pursue acting studies.
Yes.
And then, of course, you
Teatro.
being the wife of JC Santos in the movie. So, gaano katindi yung pressure on your part?
Actually, grabe. Sobra yung pressure doon. Kasi questionin ng mga, sino tong Vanessa na to? Bakit siyang naging lead actress? Di ba, ganun. So, ako, actually, nag-pray lang talaga ako kay Lord. Sabi ko, Lord, please act for me. Kasi I'm nothing without you.
Right,
So,
right,
kaya nung actually yung napanood ko tong film na to, sabi, ito pala tong acting ko. Hindi ko ina-expect na ganun pala. So, it was the Lord. It wasn't me.
Well, of course, apart from the Lord giving you, the ability to act, you also have to do something for yourself. Paghahanda. Ano yung mga paghahandang ginawa ni Vanessa in terms of her acting?
Well, yun nga. During sa short film, I was blessed kasi isa sa mga director doon si Leoter. Siya yung assistant director. And may experience kasi siya. So, binigyan niya ako ng mga few tawag nito, tips kung papaano mag-act. Okay, Vanessa, yung mo, mga ganon. Kailangan ganitong gawin mo, mga ganon.
Okay. How about you, James? Kasi sinabi mo na talagang umaarte ka na before. You're involved somehow into creating mga independent short films. So, ano pa yung preparation na ginawa mo for your role here in this movie?
Well, sa akin siguro, yung paying role ko kasi okay naman, mabait siya. So parang actually kinakatakutan ko yung magiging bad yung parang doon talaga ako mag-a-adjust, talagang paghahandaan ko yun. Pero yung nabasa ko naman yung script, is yung good naman yung person nung tao.
I see. So you find that the character that you have in the film and your personal character sa totoong buhay ay talagang parang halos related to each other. So, how about you, Vanessa? Ganon din ba yung experience mo? Yung character mo ba sa film at yung Vanessa in real life? How would you differ them?
Well, actually, medyo same din. Although, hindi pa ako married. Kasi ako yung wife dito. Pero kasi medyo may pagka-strict din ako, very perfectionist din in real life. So, kaya yung pag-arte ko dito talagang natural lang lahat. Kasi yan ang sabi ni Direk sa amin. So, ayun, no acting. Lahat dapat natural.
Okay. So talagang natural na inilalabas
Yes.
ang emosyon and based
Exactly.
on your own personal experiences then I guess in life since nakaka-relate naman din kayo doon sa mga characters na ginagampanan ninyo doon sa movie. So para doon sa mga manonood ng pelikula na The Eventologist, ano yung matututunan nila doon sa character ninyo doon sa movie? I guess I can start with Vanessa.
Sa character ko sa movie kasi, lagi ako nag-a-advise sa husband ko, matigas lang ulo ng husband ko. So, kasi bilang wife, nafo-foresee ko na kung ano magiging problem. Kaso, yung husband ko ayaw makinig. So, yung matututunan lang nila na kahit na kasi walang taong perfecto eh. Kahit magkaroon, maraming beses na magkaroon ng mistakes ang husband mo, so still, hindi mo pwede siyang iwan. So, nandiyan ka palagi. Kahit
So,
na
kumbaga, through thick and thin.
through thick and thin.
Talagang pangangatawan.
That's right.
Nung ni Vanessa, pati nung character niya dun sa movie na magkasama silang mag-asawa. How about you, James? Can you give us like an overview of what your role is? Sino ka dun sa pelikula?
Ako po pala si Angelo, o si Daryl po yung ginagampanan ko dito. Daryl is napaka-supportive niya as a friend. And since friendship talaga yung pinakakwento nito, matutunan nila dito is yung dapat andun yung suporta mo sa kaibigan, yung hindi mo kailangang isipin lang yung sarili mo, but kailangan andun yung kailangang tulungan mo yung kapwa mo na makaahon. So andun yung suporta ng magkakaibigan. Parang naging role ko doon is andito lang ako, mag-support ako kay Eventologist kahit anong mangyari, and never kong paparamdam sa kanya na bumababa siya at ibinababa siya ng tao, which yun yung support namin bilang magkakaibigan sa kanya.
Okay. Medyo babalik lang ako ng konti doon sa preparations niyo. Nabanggit niyo kasi kanina that you had created, short films.
Short films.
Nung gumagawa kayo ng short film, lalo na for Vanessa, kasi diba, nabanggit mo kanina that you never really aspired to be in the movies, you never aspired to be seen on screen. But then, nung nagkaroon na kayo ng short films, when you started shooting them, what was that feeling? And ano yung nag-convince sa'yo na, okay, ito sigurado na ako. I would want to pursue doing this. I would want to be in that movie na The Eventologist.
Well, actually, nung in-announce kasi na ako na yung lead actress, parang sinet ko na yung mind ko na, okay, this is it. Wala na akong kawala. So, kailangan dapat gawin nating, let's make it happen. Tsaka, the show must go on. Yun nga yung sinasabi lagi ni Direk. So, kahit anong mangyari, ang dami kasi pinagdaanan ng Eventologist.
Right.
Before maipalabas to, at before magkaroon ng mga screening, pati even sa mga editing. Napakatagal ng editing din.
Right. Actually, that's where I wanted to go to next on the questions that we have for this evening. Since you're also the executive producer, what is the biggest challenge that you have had for this particular film?
Oh, syempre, number one, yung budget.
Okay.
So,
pinakamalaking sakit ng ulo na executive producer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sobra. Kasi, so, I had to use all my connections kasi zero fund.
Akala ko all my may savings. Hindi naman.
Hindi naman. Medyo lang. Para kay Derek lang. Kasi love namin yan si Derek. So, wala kaming ibang dapat gawin kundi alalayan siya. At hindi siya pwedeng iwan talaga. Kasi alam namin na magiging successful talaga to someday. And gift talaga ni Lord to. So, kahit ano mangyari, kahit minsan, kasi aside from this, ang dami ko rin ginagawa. May work din ako, may day job din.
Exactly.
Tapos may singing din.
Exactly.
Tapos may Eventologist pa. Alam mo yon. So kay Lord na lang nanggagaling lahat ng strength and wisdom kung kung kanino lalapit. So praise God kasi yun nga, may na-close deal kami na major sponsor na galing sa akin. Tapos yung yung mga rin namin, co-producers na yung mga friends ko na nagtiwala din sa movie na to. Kaya napaka-blessed namin.
And from what I've seen also dun sa website niyo and even on your social media, meron din kayong kumbaga crowdfunding na ginagawa wherein people can support. Can you please let us know paano pa yung naging approach on this particular crowdfunding? I don't know if kung si Vanessa siguro would be able to answer this better.
Actually, si Derek kasi ang meron kaming, nag-develop nung website na yon. Tapos through Yang Constantino's
song ni Yeng.
yung theme song na yon na Hamon ng Mundo.
Right.
So magpo-purchase lang sila doon through that one. Then that's the
Okay. It seems like James wanted to add something.
May tawag kasi yung backers.
Film backer.
Film backers yun. So once mag-avail ka nung song ni Yeng, may mga access ka na rin sa mga shooting, which is talagang sulit naman.
tsaka mada-download mo yung song.
Okay. Okay. Well, and siguro tanungin ko na din sa Vanessa, di ba? Nabanggit mo kanina, apart from doing this movie, apart from being the lead actress, apart from being the executive producer, you also have your own full-time work. You also have your band.
Yes,
and
sounds
you
so weird.
wear so many hats. So how do you manage your time? How are you able to juggle all of these, hats at the same time?
Actually, kanina lang, kausap ko yung band leader namin na at the same time, BFF ko, si Amor Constantino. Hi, Beb. Ayan. Sabi niya, Be, hindi ko kaya yung ginagawa mo. Sabi niya ganun. Sa akin naman kasi, once na, basta may sinet ako sa mind ko, first, nagpipray ako. Second, talagang kung ano yung nasa mind ko, kailangan ma-achieve ko yun. Kailangan gawin ko siya. By hook or by crook. So, ayun. Kaya, praise God, at least na ma-manage ko yung time ko. It's all about time management as well. And you have to be organized.
Right. How about you, James? Kasi from what I know, apart from being an actor in the movie, you were also part of the crew, of the movie crew.
Sa akin naman is andun yung part ko na mag-assist kay Direk. Kasi as assistant director ni Direk, so yun, kailangan, nandun talaga yung support namin sa mga schedules, even sa mga gamit na kailangan. Kasi si Direk nakapokus sa mismo sa shooting. But then may mga bagay kasi na kailangang malaman niya or may paalam sa kanya or may mga bagay siyang hindi mo magawa, nandun kami para ayusin yung mga yun.
Pero meron bang mga instances? Kasi from what I understand, parang ikaw yung pinaka-kanang kamay ni Direk. Tama ba, Direk? Andito si Direk sa studio. Ayan, si James ang pinaka-kanang kamay ni Direk. May mga times ba na tipong napagalitan ka? Ayan, nasigawan ni Direk.
Actually, yung mga sigaw, galit, as in, parang treat ko siya sa parang, aral sa akin para mas lalo akong para mas lalong mag-improve yung, kasi actually gusto ko rin sana, one day ba, makapag-direct din ako. So sabi ko, parang training sa akin ito
Right.
And never akong naggalit kay Direk kahit ano niya sa akin. Kasi alam ko na, para siyang magulang namin, kung paano niya kami tinuturuan. So sobrang thankful kay Direk, sobra.
Pero throughout all of this experience that you've had, from when you started to know, may gagawing movie sa Qatar, and ngayon na ipapalabas na finally ang pelikulang ito, ano yung pinaka natutunan nyo or at pinaka mababaon ninyo with you hanggang tumanda kayo?
Resilience. Yan kasi ang pinaka-lesson ng movie talaga ni resilience. So kapag nagkaroon ng trials, so kasi actually tayo mga Pinoy, gano'n naman talaga Kapag nagka-problema tayo, lagi tayo nakakaisip ng paraan. Madiskarte ang mga Pinoy At the same time, patience. Kailangan maging pasensyosa tayo sa lahat ng bagay.
Okay.
Ayun. And stay humble.
Okay.
Kahit kasi nasa Bible naman talaga yan na kapag kagaya niyan, very overwhelming yung pagtanggap ng mga tao sa movie ngayon na lalo na yung sa part ko, lead actress ako. Pero hindi ko na-feel na parang na ako yung lead actress. Parang yun lang talaga, like ko iniisip laging maging humble po tayo sa lahat ng bagay. Kasi nothing is permanent in this world. Tsaka alam mo yun, kapag masyado tayong feel natin yung ginagawa natin, masyado tayong nagmamataas, dun tayo binabagsak.
Right.
So, kaya napakabait ni Lord kasi kahit na ang dami naging problema ng movie na to, ma-feel mo sa paghinga ko ngayon Kasi dahil pinag-pray ko lahat para ma-solve ko ano yung mga kailangang ma-solve.
May relief,
Oo.
May relief. How about you, James?
Sa akin siguro, actually napakaganda yung sinabi ni Vanessa. Siguro sa akin, no to crab mentality. So siguro, alam naman natin lahat na ganun. Masakit man pero iba kasi wag kang wag mong ugaliin na ibaba yung kapwa mo. Parang imbis na suportahan mo lang siya na umangat, wag kang maging reason para mas lalo siyang bumaba. Alam mo yun? Yes. Lalo tayo mga Pilipino tayo, di ba? Napakasarap na makita mo na umangat yung kapwa mo, lalo Pilipino pa. So dapat yun lang yung nasa puso natin. And alam ko na may maraming matutunan, lalo yung mga Pilipino sa moving ito. So sana, ito yung tumanim sa puso nila.
Right. Now I have a question for Vanessa. No? As an executive producer naman, kasi I'm sure medyo challenging itong role na ito. What is it that the people, ano siguro yung pinakamagandang rason bakit nila kailangan panoorin yung movie considering the fact that there are so many platforms right now available for them to watch the movie na libre. There's YouTube among many others.
Yes.
May free TV pa rin naman, and then there are a lot of streaming platforms na isang subscription lang, 'di ba? You can watch a lot of movies, TV shows. Why would they, spend their money watching one particular movie?
Actually, itong movie kasi na to kakaiba.
At
Bago ito. Correct. Bago ito. Kasi, combination siya ng, I'm sorry. Combination siya ng tatlo. It's a true story. Tapos, nandun yung documentary. Tapos, yung drama part, nandun din. So, actually, first, as far as I know, ang sinabi ni Direk, nung nasa Philippines siya, first time lang to. Tapos, meron ding part na reality. First time lang daw to na nangyari sa isang movie na pinagsama-sama lahat. At first, I was, medyo hesitant ako na parang napapaisip ako, na medyo worried ako na
Parang maglalabas ba yung mga tao ng pera for this particular movie?
Exactly. And at the same time, parang iniisip ko, hindi kaya malito ang mga tao. Kasi may reality pa, may drama part pa. Alam mo yun, may documentary part pa. So, paano kaya mapapagsama-sama na in a way na maintindihan ng tao?
Right.
Pero, when I've watched the film, my gosh, sobrang na-amaze ako. It was really worth it na pumunta si Direk sa Philippines para sa editing. Kaya, my gosh, talagang si Lord talaga nililib niya lahat ng lahat ng team sa Eventologist para maging successful siya.
So now, tanong na natin, kailan nila mapapanood itong palabas na ito? At saan?
Ayan. So, good question. Sa March 3, nasa City Center po, ipapalabas po yan. 5 o'clock. So, ayun. Ang tawag po doon is a world premiere.
Okay.
Para makapanood po kayo, so punta lang po kayo sa website sa www.advocacyglobalstudios.com or pwede nyo rin po i-inquire yung Facebook page na The Eventologist. So, ayan. First time po yan na mapapalabas publicly.
Okay.
So, grab the opportunity.
So that's going to be on March 3rd and saan nga ulit?
Sa City Center, 5 o'clock po.
And you call it the world premiere. Bakit world premiere?
Kasi magsa-start muna dito sa Qatar. Kasi meron kaming schedule din sa Oman, sa Saudi Arabia, sa Dubai, sa UAE, saka sa Kuwait. Ayan.
Okay.
Actually, kahapon nagkaroon ng advance screening, yung media.
Right.
So,
I was actually invited kaya direct. Sorry, hindi ako nakapunta.
Hindi kami important sa iyo eh.
No, I had a prior commitment and isang araw ko lang nalaman din yon. So anyway, yeah, James.
Nagkaroon nga ng chance makapanood yung media and talagang nag-enjoy sila sa movie.
Successful.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. And apart from the March 3rd na screening, kasi one-time screening lang yan, mapapanood pa ba nila to like on a regular base, on a regular cinema?
Yes.
Like the theatrical release mismo?
Yes. Soon magkakaroon din po niya.
I see. So wala pa ngayon
Wala pa ngayon. So more on special screenings pa lang po
Okay.
siya. And with sa mga organizations after po nitong City Center. And we also have PISQ schedule of special screening. So sa March 10th and 17th. So PISQ po 'yon. And meron din po sa special screening niya sa PISQ na workshop.
Okay. May workshop din for
Yes.
students.
Si Direk Oscar ang mag-ano doon.
Alright.
Ang
Or baka
charge doon.
kasunod na kayong magte-train na sa mga students about acting.
We'll see kung meron kaming ganong talent. Nagugulat na lang kami, may ganitong talent pala kami.
Right. Later on, makakasama natin ang writer and director of the movie, The Eventologist, na si Mr. Oscar Yema, together with the line producer and also one of the actors of the movie, na si JL Reano. Pero ngayon, invite niyo muna yung mga nanonood sa atin, mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon para sa inyong movie. I can start with James.
So yun, sa mga kabayan po namin, inimbitahan po namin kayong manood. March 3 na po, 5 p.m. sa City Center Cinema, Doha. And nagpapasalamat po pala kami sa mga media kahapon na nakasama namin kagabi. So thank you po, and abangan na po namin yung mga post nyo.
Ayan. So, please guys, supportahan po natin ang movie namin, The Eventologist. Talagang babahan ng luha dito. Napakaganda ng movie na to. So, ayan, sa March 3 po, ulitin ko po yung sinabi ko po kanina at sinabi ni James. So, March 3, 5 o'clock po sa City Center. Panoorin po natin. So, sa website at saka mag-inquire po kayo dun sa Facebook page. Yung website, again, www.advocacyglobalstudios.com www.advocacyglobalstudios.com. So, ayun po. Click nyo lang po yun. So, ayan.
Doon din ba sila pwedeng makakuha ng mga tickets nila?
Yes,
Or-
dun, pwede po dun.
Okay.
And through inquiry din po sa Facebook. Pwede na
May
po.
Facebook page din. Alright.
Facebook page.
Is there anyone that you would like to greet before tayo mag-break?
Ayan, yung mga cast ng Eventologist, hello, welcome po sa inyo. At saka, napakadami nyo, hindi ko masabi isa-isa. Ayan, and sa band ko, of course, sa Sounds of Era. Ayan, so ano pa ba? Ayan.
James, ikaw may gusto kang batiin?
Hello, JC.
Hi, JC
JC Santos.
Santos.
Nanonood siya sa atin ngayon? Alright, that's good to know.
At syempre sa buong OA team, saan mo sila ngayon yung iba na? Si Nayula, Angelique, si Jen, Sunny,
Sila JM, sila
sila JM, si Jonald, sa mga iyon.
Jonald, yes.
At yun, sa mga kabahay ko, Villa 11.
Saka, sino pa?
Kay mga art department, sila Prince William, sila Ma'am Shimelda, of
Batiin na ang
course.
dapat batiin.
Batiin
Kaka-birthday
na.
lang.
Mamaya.
At ang birthday lang ng asawa ko, si Kathleen.
Ayan. Well, thank you very much, James, for being with us. Of course, he's one of the actors of the movie. And of course, kasama din natin ang lead actress of The Eventologist na si Vanessa Casador. We will be back shortly for more kwentuhan dito sa Usapang Kabayan together with the writer and the director of the movie, The Eventologist, and the line producer and one of the actors as well of the film. So keep your frequencies locked in only here on Kabayan Radio 94.3.
Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan!
Live, online, on air, and on ground. Kabayan Radio 94.3.
We are online for you 24/7. The People's Radio Station, Kabayan Radio 94.3.
The best music that you want to hear. Morning, noon, and night.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Kabayan Radio 94.3. For your advertising needs, please contact Kabayan Radio Sales and Marketing Team at 44994943 or email at info@kabayanfm.com. Kabayan Radio 94.3 FM, bringing your business to the Filipino and international communities.
The current time is 7:51.
This time check is brought to you by Gulf Dental Center, where beautiful smiles are created for you and your family.
You are listening to Kabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Kabayan Radio 94.3. Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online dito lang sa Kabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
You're still tuned in to Kabayan Radio 94.3, and of course, this is another episode of Usapang Kabayan. And apart from airing on the airwaves, syempre mapapanood nyo rin kami sa Facebook and sa YouTube channel. Of course, hanapin nyo lang ang Kabayan Radio 94.3. And right now, kasama na natin ang writer, director of the movie, of the Eventologist, na walang iba kundi si Mr. Oscar Yema.
Hello, Qatar! Hello, Doha, peeps!
And
Nice to be back here.
yes, welcome back here to Kabayan Radio. And of course, kasama rin natin ang isa pa sa mga artista ng pelikula na ito. And
At
also
associate producer.
I see. I
Yeah.
thought it's line associate producer na si JL Reano.
Hello po mga kababayan natin na nanonood sa Kabayan Radio na hello po.
Yes,
Good
and
evening.
first and foremost, I would like to congratulate you on the success of the media launch yesterday. Can you please tell us, anong nangyari kahapon dyan sa media launch na yan? Since, total hindi ako nakapunta.
Well, inimbitahan namin ng mga major newspapers and mainstream media para sila ang unang makapanood. It's also a way for us to have a feel kung magugustuhan man ng tao yung movie. Kasi mga kritiko yan, mabibigyan nila ng husga. So, kagabi ang paghuhusga.
So how was it? Meron bang talagang validation na natanggap on your part, ano, na parang, yeah, we did good. Kasi ito yung naging reaction nila. How was the day yesterday?
Bumaha ng luha, masaya sila. Siyempre, sasabihin ko mga positive lang kasi wala naman ako narinig na negative. Masaya ako kasi andun lahat ng newspaper at
Right.
na-witness nila. Hindi lang mga Filipino, pati mga ibang lahing reporters.
But Derek, you've been working on this for so long. I remember back in 2021 when we first had you here at Kabayan Radio, talagang naka-ready na ang script. You already have all the vision in mind and you've worked hard on this particular material. So I would assume that na ginawa mo yan ng mahabang panahon.
Yeah.
And now that finally may mga nakapanood na kahapon, how does it feel?
Parang it's very nostalgic, no? Because I planned it like 7 years.
Wow.
Like, I wrote the script 5 years ago. I was in hiatus. I was resting somewhere. And nobody can see me. I was just there. Sinulat ko siya 5 years ago. And then I planned crowdfunding. And I planned everything from A to Z. And then 2 years ago, when we got the seed money, we started pre-production. And all my visions were met. All my visions were fulfilled. And I saw it last night for the first time.
So how does it feel?
Masaya lang po ako na natapos yung movie. Bonus na lang yung iba.
But parang nahihiyak
Natapos kasi!
parang, sabi pa naman ni Derek kanina, wag ko siya paiyakin. Yung tanong ko parang biglang...
Papunta na dito.
Oo eh.
Masaya na lang ang buong team kasi natapos yung film. Kasi maraming hindi naniniwala na hindi matatapos.
Right.
Maraming hindi naniniwala na totoo ito. May nagsasabi pa nga, fake films, scammer, uuwi yan ng Pilipinas, hindi na yung babalik.
Okay.
But I'm here. The movie is done and ready for screening.
At live na live si Derek dito sa studio
Hindi po
natin.
ako nagtago,
sa Muntasa.
hindi po ako nagtago, bumalik po ako. Nawala lang po ako kasi syempre may post-production.
Right.
I stayed in Manila for 6 months
Oh, wow.
just for the post-production right after the principal photography, after the filming.
Okay, okay. So, medyo matagal-tagal din pala yung
O, tsaka kasi wala po kaming budget. Siyempre, walang budget. May budget, nag-shooting. Okay. Walang budget, tigil. Walang budget, nag-edit. Mahabang proseso to. We have editing, we have sound design, we have musical scoring, we have coloring. These are 4 different people doing it all at the same time.
Right. Pero yun nga siguro, Direk, ang gusto ko di itanong, no? You've come into the movies now. Pero basically kasi, di ba, your profile, you're someone who was into TV productions, and at the same time, you were into producing, organizing community events and pati mga concerts. What made you jump to
It was my original vision. It was my original wish. But you have to prepare for that. You cannot be in the movie a la tool.
Right.
It will not be served to you right away.
Right.
So I have to prepare myself. So I went to TV. I went to produce and direct documentaries, drama, and my experience for 25 years in TV. The culminating of that is this film.
Right.
I combined them all. Drama, documentary, reality.
Right.
That was my life 25 years ago. Binuhay ko lang ulit in another format, which is film.
Right. But why this particular script? Why this particular story?
Because I am an OFW. I lived here in Qatar for years. I witnessed the blockade. I witnessed the pandemic. I witnessed so many problems encountered by our second home. But they stood up against all odds. And now, Qatar is Qatar already. They finished the FIFA. Nalampasan lahat. So, sabi ko, kung lahat ng citizen may resilience, you will have a great country. Kung lahat ng tao, bawat individual, bawat family, may resilience, hindi sumusuko, ang swerte-swerte ng country. So, Qatar, the resilience of the people and its leader inspired me to do this script.
Right.
Because I had myself had problems, and I said, this is the story of each and everyone. Bawat Pilipino, bawat expat, may problema. Ang country may problema.
Alright. Okay.
Yun, basically that's the inspiration.
So doon talaga
Doon na.
ka na-inspired to create this film. So now, JL, if I may ask, how were you, how did you become part of this movie?
It was an unexpected day nung audition because ang sinabi lang sa akin, they were looking for a singer for a soundtrack.
Okay.
So I went for that.
Okay.
But I didn't know that
Naaalala ko itong na experience. Sige, tapos
I didn't know na related pala. I know that it's related to the movie, but I'm only I just want to audition for the song as a singer. So I went inside. Of course, I filled up the form. I went inside, and then they asked me to act. And they're asking me if I prepared some script or so, and I said no because I thought it was just a singing, audition. And then they asked me to sing. Okay, I did. And then after that, they asked me to act, which is an impromptu. Impromptu. So in the end of the day, wala naman akong regret that time. I came prepared. Kasi
Actually, hindi ka dapat pasok eh.
bakit?
May umalis lang.
Actually nga, totoo.
Pwede ko ba sabihin?
Yeah,
Huwag
it's
na
okay,
lang.
it's okay.
Actually,
Sabi na natin ito dati.
DJ Kenzo auditioned and he performed well. And I said, you will have a role as one of the main characters like the friends and group of JC Santos. So he went to the pre-production, he went there and read the lines and everything. And then when it's about to film, he said, what did you say?
Direct pass na. For some reason.
So, basta hindi po
couldn't-
siya nakasali nung shooting. Maybe it's about a month or 2 weeks before.
Yeah, just weeks before the
Kasi we were
And
finalizing already.
That was during the time when all the actors we're preparing for their
Jesus' arrival.
short film.
Yeah,
Actually,
short film,
just a
yes.
short film. Noon yung mga panahon na yan. Pero banggit ko kanina, nakaka-relate ako. Kasi, yung audition na yan, pareho tayo, JL. Hindi ko rin
Audition
alam.
na yan. Ah!
I did not know, di ba, Direk?
Ni Irene.
No, it was you, Direk, who asked me to go.
Yeah.
When we
Because
had-
I was eyeing a role for you.
When we first met back in June of 2021 for the launch of Hamon ng Mundo, after the interview, sinabi mo sa akin that
May
I would like to
audition?
invite you para mag-audition ng voice-over.
Voice over.
So it's
Voice-over.
like similar.
So pagdating ko doon, what was on my mind is that I'm going to do voice-over.
Because the original script was on a point of view of another person, not JC.
I see. Okay, so binigyan pa ako ni Directa ng script na iba voiceover. Pagdating doon, walang voiceover.
So actual pala. Same pala tayo ng experience.
Yes, we have the same experience. Pero I think Direct, yung role ko yata, I don't know if it was him or si ano.
Oh, no, no,
si
no,
Da-
no. It was the
Daryl.
role of James.
James,
It
yeah,
was the role of
James.
James.
So, napunta kay James, tapos yung kay James napunta sa
Tapunta sa
I
akin.
see.
There was a changes. So, yun. So, binigay sa akin yung role mo dapat, and thank you very much for that. And I
Kung hindi
think,
ka umalis, wala,
Yeah.
wala silang dahil. No?
I think
So you should thank DJ Kenzo. Kasi
Yes, thank you,
dapat
DJ
dumadaan lang
Kenzo.
kayo doon.
Hindi naman. Anyway, nabanggit mo kanina, JL, that you are into singing. So were you like doing, you were a singer prior to this? Or?
Oh, actually, I started performing when I was 4. So
Okay.
that was my first break when I was 4 years old. In
Younger than
public.
Vilma Santos, ha?
Well, that was the time. And then I just continued it during my college years as a theater performer. So both acting and the
So hindi mo rin
the
masasabi
plays.
na fights ang cast.
Right.
They have their own
Thing in the past.
Right.
And then I continued my showbiz life in Abu Dhabi because I was discovered as a theater actor. So pinush ko yun at that moment. Not until I came here in Qatar, nag-stop muna ako for a while.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Finally,
Exactly.
things have-
So a big break came again, which is this movie, The
Actually, yung
Eventologist.
buong cast, iba-iba yung position at work nila. May engineer, may nurse, may
Right.
dentista, may photographer. Iba-ibang line of
Field.
work.
Sabi ko, doon ko na-realize na marami palang professional sa Middle East, especially in Doha. Marami palang mga white-collar jobs. May mga TV producer, may mga...
Marami engineer.
May tinatagong talento pala sa
Oo.
pag-acting.
So sabi ko, hindi ito tulad nung Sara Balabagan at Flor Contemplacion OFW na may pinatay, may binugbog, may rape, umuwing bangkay. So ito naman ibang milieu.
But how did you able to manage that? Kasi di ba you were from the TV production, lahat ng mga kasama mo doon talagang ayun na yung line of work nila, and now you are creating a movie na bago din sa yung channel na ginagawa mo, no? Bagong industry ito. Tapos yung mga kasama pa are from different line of work. How was it, managing them?
I am lucky because the concept of the film is reality. Not because we don't have a budget to do it, kaya okay lang. So, reality yung makikita mo. May dumaang sasakyan, edi parinig mo. Ang villa ng mga ng mga Pilipino, hindi man mukhang mansion, edi ipakita mo. So, hindi namin kinreate siya to make it beautiful. Di namin siya kinreate to make it glossy. Kasi ang buhay ay may reality.
Right.
Kaya ang acting, reality rin. No acting. And there are a lot of cast members who are acting as themselves. Makikilala niyo rin sila. Andyan sila Yula Calara, who is in the States right now. Andito si Maria Imelda Enrile, na pang best supporting actress ang acting niya. Katang kakabugin si Cherry Pie Picache at si
Dapat
Jacqueline
makita natin siya
Nase.
mamaya, ano?
Oo. Hindi, solo siya.
Solo.
O, pag nakatanggap na siya ng award.
Sige, sige.
Nandyan si Jenny Tucson, nandyan si Angelique Lopez, si JM Del Rosario, Engineer Jonald Rojas, na ngayon ay nasa Oman. Kaya pupunta rin kami sa Oman, pupunta rin kami sa US. Kasi si Sans William is in Canada, so one of the antagonists of the film. So pupunta rin kami, susundan namin sila.
I see.
So yun ang pinaka main reason kaya kakaiba siya.
Okay.
Acting as themselves, walang acting. So dapat pantayan yun ng iba na walang acting.
How about you, JL? I would like to ask, kasi di ba you mentioned that you started off nung bata ka as a singer and then nag-theater ka, nag-stage ka. How is it different for this project? Kasi movie na ito, ibang actingan, di ba?
Dyan ako kinakabahan. Kasi when it comes to theater, malaki dapat ang galawan. When it comes to movie or film, kalma lang. Dapat easy lang. Ito lang yon, hindi masyadong malaki or exaggerated. So, nakatulong yung sinabi nga kanina ni Vanessa, yung short films. And at those time, prior to meeting Direct OY actually,
Immersion na kasi yun eh.
nagkaroon din naman ako ng mga exposure ng mga short film, pero hindi naman pinudyos. Like short film
You
within
know
the,
why we decided to do workshop? Because the cast were saying, kinakabahan kami.
Eksena namin si JC, baka lamunin nila yung ni JC yung acting namin, magmukha kaming tanga. I-prepare mo naman kami. Then we came up with short films, wala magtuturo, sila-sila.
Nagtulungan lang kami between teams.
Naka 2 batches kami. So yung unang batch, gumawa sila ng sarili, sila nag-direct, sila yung nagsulat, sila yung nag-edit.
It's like a real immersion. At dahil sa success nung batch 1, nagkaroon pa ng batch 2 na mas maraming sumali. So yung makikita niyong artista sa movie, sinala na yun sa short films.
Yes.
Meron din kaming award, merong best film. Yung batch 2 magkakaroon ulit ng sariling award-giving body.
And from what I understand, JL also received an award.
He won the Best Actor Award.
And Vanessa won the Best Actress Award.
Actually, hindi ko in-expect yun kasi lahat kami binigay ang 100% namin na ang matindi ang labanan. I mean, the competition. Pero hindi namin kasi inisip yun na magiging competitive kami sa isa't isa. No. We did it for us to learn para sa preparation ng film. But yung reward na natanggap namin is just a bonus, ika nga ni Direk. So, very grateful kami ni Vanessa kasi hindi namin ina-expect yun kasi lahat kasi binigay eh. They did their part as, they're all best actors actually. So, sa mga judges, thank you. At ni-recognize nyo po yung namin.
Pinakamalaking challenge
Ng casting, no? Kasi ibang ano pa yung casting. Sino ang papayag na maging kontrabida? Kasi people will hate them. So we decided to just get the staff as well
para ma-justify na hindi talaga sila masamang tao. Kasi if you watch the film, magagalit po kayo sa kontrabida. Pero sila po ay mga staff din ng film.
So,
isa dyan si Sans William na nasa Canada.
Yes.
Siya talaga yung pinaka-main kontrabida. Si Joseph Rivera and asawa niya si Maria Christine Rivera, si Tintin. Sila yung tatlo yung tatlong yon, sila yung sumisimbilos sa mga bashers. Na kumontra at naging, can I say, pain in the ng bida.
Ng bida.
Okay.
Pero dahil staff din sila ng film, so the people will understand na okay,
at the end, staff din sila. So meron namang
factor na hindi
sila sasampalin o sasabubunutan pag nakasalubong. Kasi may inis talaga ang audience sa mga kontrabida.
Right. So you have a lot of actors and actresses in this movie na naka-base dito sa Qatar.
We are total of 65 cast.
Wow.
65 cast.
Grabe, ang dami So 65 cast. What made you decide to have JC Santos as the main character or as to have that leading
Yung
role?
totoo. Kasi yung dream kong cast, hindi ko afford. So, okay, sige, kuha na lang tayo ng in the actor.
Aba, doon ko nakita na si Lord talaga yung nag-lead sa akin. Bakit baka wish ka ng mga acting na yan? Tapos
Nung nakita ko na, si JC Santos, ito yung background niya, ganito, ganyan.
tama siya sa role. Pag ito umoo, siya ang bagay dito. And he said yes after reading the
Immediately.
script without asking how much the talent fee is.
Oh, wow.
Yung ang unang tanong, magkano pong talent fee? Hindi binigay ni Lord sa akin yun. Binigay niya yung tama. Even sa casting, binigay niya yung tama. You know the comment of my friends in the Philippines, my director friends, ang sabi nila, saan po kayo kumuha ng mga artista? Bakit para po silang professional? Hindi po OA, sakto lang. Hindi po siya nakakainis. Parang saktong
Kasi po, yan nga po ang konsepto namin, reality. Ano ba ang totoong sinasabi mo in real life? Ano ba ang totoong
tono mo in real life.
True.
Pero nabanggit niyo kanina, tinanggap ni JC Santos yung script. This is a question that I'm supposed to ask him, pero sa'yo ko na direct itatanong, what do you think made him accept this project?
It's the concept. Like Vanessa and James said, it is a hybrid of 3 genres: drama, documentary, and reality.
Kapag pinanood niyo po yung pelikula, hindi niyo po ma-identify which is which.
Dahil ang pagkakatagni ng kwento, ayoko na lang, I will not say it, people will judge, pero maganda yung, hindi siya common na docu na may talking heads.
Okay.
Ano siya, batang tingnan, makabago, at ang ganda ng pagkakakulay ni Marilyn Magsaysay,
Right.
the best colorist in the Philippine movie industry. Musika pa lang, ulam na.
Yes.
Original score by Maestro Benny Saturno,
Yes.
from start to end. So he made a 2-hour music exactly on each scene. Pumikit ka, pakinggan mo yung music, ulam na.
Imumulat mo para sa coloring ni Marilyn Magsaysay. Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm sure there are so many things that people will be looking forward to apart from the music, apart from the visuals. Kasama na din dyan, syempre, yung kwento. At ang higit sa lahat, kung ano ba ang magiging bit-bit nilang pakiramdam, di ba, when they watch this particular film. Kasi yun naman talaga yung gusto natin, di ba? Yung pag may pinapanood tayo, ano ang mararamdaman ko sa pelikulang ito? So, JL, what do you think will the people
Did you watch the
feel?
film already?
I did.
Okay.
What do you
Because
think?
nabatuhan tayo ng mga opinion.
Okay. What do
So-
you think will the people feel paglabas nila sa mga sinihan or pagkatapos nila panoorin itong pelikulang ito?
Actually, they will see after nilang mapanood yung pelikulang ito, they will see themselves na meron silang purpose at meron silang, they know na meron palang plan na pwedeng mangyari para sa kanila, na hindi lang nag-i-stop sa isang part lang. At tapos, makikita mo na parang, uso bilang OFW, meron tayong mga bashers anywhere. So, sa kanila, they would see that they can avoid, and they wouldn't listen to these people, and they will just move on. Kumbaga sa reality, the show must go on. Kasi yun yung tagline ng movie. So the show must go on. Parang i-pursue mo lang, continue mo lang ang life. Kasi
the
irregardless,
life
exactly.
must go on.
Exactly. The life must go on.
The shows is just a symbol of our life. Kaya meron kaming hashtag, yes to life.
Yes to life.
Yes
Why?
to life.
Panoorin niyo po.
Okay.
Yes to life, no to bashers.
No to bashers.
Yes.
Talagang parang regardless,
You know why bashers?
Okay.
Because it's about the Filipino crab mentality abroad.
Totoo po.
Crab mentality
In the Philippines was rampant even before people had an exodus in different countries to be an expat worker. So now, this is what I call the modern day crab mentality. Kasi dinala. And how do you say or how you do a crab mentality? It's the online bashing.
Right.
It's the fake news. Isang pindot mo lang, hinila mo na pababa yung tao.
Exactly.
Right.
Isang salita mo lang, bumagsak na yung tao. Look at Korea, how many suicide cases are there in Korea just because they are bullied online. This is the modern day crab mentality of the Filipinos. Tanggalin na po natin yan, yung kanyang character.
Right.
Parang yung parang original natin, bahala na character. Tanggalin po natin yung...
Naiiba kasi talaga ang buhay natin sa online, ano? Pero direct, meron lang akong itatanong sa'yo. You are the brains and you are the soul of this particular movie. So ngayon na ipapalabas na siya, what do you want to tell the people who have been there with you in helping create this vision into reality that people can see now on screen?
This is not my film. This is the film of the Filipino community in Doha. Because the Filipino community in Doha made it possible. From the sponsors, from the cast, from the staff. I didn't even pay them yet. The investors, it's basically the people of Doha. Ang maisusukli ko lang, gandahan ko siya para yung ginawa ng Filipino sa Doha, purihin at panoorin ng ibang OFWs abroad. Yun lang na yung...
How proud of you of these people?
I was surprised with the outcome. I thought my vision is not going to be met. Because when we were filming, because of budget, I cannot afford to bring JC more days. So we have scenes that were not shot. We don't have money, we don't have cash. So sabi ko, hindi na yata matatapos yung film. So what I did was, I edited it myself before going to Manila to see if the story will, if I will sustain a 2-hour film. And I asked the staff, makukumpleto ba yung kwento? Hindi ba kulang? Hindi ba bitin? That was our fear. And then I came to Manila. The editors did a great job.
Sobra. Na-surprise din ako.
Nadugtong ang kwento. There's a lot of twists.
Yes, exactly. Yun nga yung gusto
There's a
namin
lot of
sabihin
twists.
na panoorin nila kasi there's a twist
Okay.
sa movie.
Kasi iba pa pala to ata, direct. Bukod from the former story.
From the script you read, it was changed 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
Grabe, no?
I think I revised this script more than 1,000 times.
I know. I was in your part of your journey for a short period of time, and I've seen that how the story evolved.
But the
into
theme
how
is
it
the
now.
same.
Yeah,
The theme is the
definitely.
same.
Definitely. I would like to ask JL, since you will now be showing this for your world premiere coming up next week, what's going to be the next steps? I mean, are you going to have this into film festivals or other
We are
mediums?
actually looking forward to join the film festivals.
Siya in charge
yes.
sa film festival.
Sa film festival.
Sorry, producer eh.
Yeah, sa film festivals, we are looking forward. But for now, we're just going to focus within the area, the GCC countries first. And then we might extend it into Europe kasi meron kami nakausap somewhere there. And even, of course, to our, gusto rin namin ipanood kasamang mga OY team na nasa ibang bansa na, which is Canada and of course in Maryland, where is Eula now.
Okay. But that's for the special screenings, ano?
Yes.
How about the theatrical screenings?
Theatrical screenings? So,
Like for example, dito sa Qatar, hindi ako makakapanood sa
Sa March 3, yes.
Paano ko mapapanood to?
Well, I don't want to reveal it yet.
Okay.
Let's do it one at a time. Now we have special screening. Then you can have black screening. Pwede po kanyong tawagan. Pwede nyo po itong gawing fundraising ng organisasyon ninyo. We will sell one showing into your organization or 2 organizations. We have academic screening in PISQ wherein I will teach filmmaking from concept to broadcast. Because all children nowadays are content creator as well.
Right.
You treat your content as a film.
Right.
A film has a format that you need to follow.
Yes.
Yun ang ituturo namin sa mga bata. Acting, tuturuan nila Vanessa, nila Ma'am si Imelda, ang mga bata ng acting. Even editing. Ito, tuturo ng editing. So, yun, hindi lang kami palabas lang ng palabas.
Right.
Because we want to teach the young audience as well. So, gagawin namin yan sa PISQ sa March 10 sa elementary at March 17 sa high school. Thank you to the dear principal, Mr. Jason. Thank you so much for this opportunity. He asked us to share our skills and knowledge. We wanted only to show the film.
Yeah.
Right.
And I said, we don't want you just to show the film.
Right.
Teach what you know,
Right.
your skills and knowledge to children. Ang ganda ng vision, di ba?
Right.
Mabuhay ka, Principal Jason. Mahal na mahal po namin kayo.
So talagang giving back din, ano? And
Yes.
actually, nakakatuwa din kasi even myself, di ba? When you started yung mga workshop, yung mga pa-short films, kahit ako na-pressure ako, napabalik ako sa script writing eh. At may sinend ako sa yung film script. So,
Dapat yung short film, dapat yung script niya yung nasa-shoot. Sayang, hindi bang
but you can, I give you all the right to, use that material without,
Maraming writer sa Doha.
mhm,
At maraming kwento sa Doha.
exactly.
Sobrang daming kwento sa Doha. We might continue this after this film. We will call it Hamon ng Mundo. And we actually have 13 episodes prepared already.
Okay.
We interviewed the expats with their own struggles in life. We have the content, we have the interview. We just have to shoot the drama.
Right. But after this movie, direct, no, apart from the workshops, what's next for Oscar Yema?
Yun nga sabi ko, I just go with the flow. After the academic screening, pwede namang mag-screening abroad. After the screening abroad, we can join film festivals. We will be very busy this whole year, 2023, just bringing this film to all the countries with a lot of OFWs.
Do we expect another movie coming up next year?
I-reveal mo na.
Talagang
Panoorin niyo po, panoorin niyo po yung movie hanggang dulo.
Alright.
Andun po yung sagot.
All right. JL, would you like to invite all the people who are listening and watching right now to watch your film?
Iniimbitahan po namin ulit po kayo mga kababayan namin dito sa Qatar na to join us on March 3, 5 p.m. sa Doha, sa City Center Cinema, Doha, Qatar. And we will see and we'll surprise you there.
Direct?
Take advantage of the advanced screening. Take advantage of the world premiere. Take advantage of the black screening, academic screening, because after this, we don't know the theatrical release. We will leave Doha and go back to other countries, and we don't know when we're coming back for the release again. So please take advantage of this screening. It is made in Doha by Filipino expats in Doha. So tayo po ang unang manood.
Right.
And let's make history in doing this film, because we heard that some government agencies want to get our services to do an OFW film again.
Okay, that's great.
Pero sa kana, we have, like I said, I planned this 7 years ago, but I take it slowly.
Okay. Okay.
Marami pa. And I will
Parang medyo
come back.
nare-reveal ng konti.
Nare-reveal
Parang
ng konti.
yung plano for next year.
Wala pa.
Konting spoilers. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us here. Meron ba kayong gusto mga batiin, pasalamatan right now? I'll start with JL.
Gusto kong batiin, nanonood ngayon si Mihiko Yema,
ang aking anak.
At saka si Yula na nasa States ngayon. And of course,
Si Sans
nasa Canada. Kararating lang. So, ano.
At yung mga staff, si Jen Centeno, hello. Si Rain, si Jill,
So, yeah,
Lyota,
sila Sir G.
Namimiss namin kayo.
Sila
si
Sir
G,
G.
ang aming line producer.
Yes.
At ang Red Dot Films. At ang aming mga producer at investors. Si Miss Joy Bing Ferrer, hello. Si Miss Shabana Gonda. Ang Club Overland.
Ang mga sponsors ng film na to.
Philippine Airlines.
Yeah, WM
Talabat.
Skincare, Doc Wendell, hello po.
Thank you for taking care of our skin, Doc Wendell.
Thank you very much po.
Skincare treatment.
Alright.
Diva Lounge Spa. Pure gold. Marami pa po.
Salamat. And Direk, bigyan na kita. Is there any last message that you would want to share to all the Filipinos who are waiting for the release of this movie? Ano ba ang mensahe? Ano ba ang mararamdaman nila paglabas nila ng mga sinehan?
Cliche na kasi yung ano, yung pinaghirapan namin to, dugot pus na. Cliche na eh. Ang gusto ko lang mapanood ng lahat ng OFW kasi hindi ko lang to kwento to ng bawat isa. Spoiler alert! Hindi lang to kwento ng isang OFW. Kwento ito ng bawat OFW sa buong mundo.
Mhm.
And definitely, from the words of the media people, may inspire po kayo. I assure you of that.
Alright. And ako din mismo, nararamdaman ko na, di ba? Kasi if it's something about the Filipino people, ang isa sa pinaka talagang trademark natin is about our resiliency. That no matter what happens, talagang susuong at susuong tayo. Lalong-lalo na para sa ating pamilya, mga mahal sa buhay. And this film is something that would probably, or I believe would show that. So I do encourage you to watch this film,
The Eventologist.
And once again, thank you so much to Miss Vanessa Casador who was with us earlier, and also James Benedicto.
At si Ma'am Maria Imelda Enrile na kumukuha ng ating mga picture ngayon.
Thank you po.
Ihuhuli natin siya dahil magugulat kayo pag pinanood niyo yung pelikula. I bet. Magugulat kayo.
I look forward to that. And also, I would like to thank, of course, the line producer, or associate producer, and one of the actors as well, JL Reano, and of course, no other than the soul and the mind of this particular movie.
The heart of the film.
Yes, the heart of the film. The director, the writer, no other than the Eventologist himself, Mr. Oscar Yema. And once again, thank you very much for tuning in to Kabayan Radio for another episode of Usapang Kabayan. My name is Kenzo. See you back next week, only here on your Kabayan Radio 94.3.
Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan!
Our current time is 8:30.
You are listening to Kabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Kabayan Radio 94.3. Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan!